stage. It came from Little Italy, Dominick Ferraro. Boy, you're going to really hear something.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. A story about growing up in Little Italy down on Waterbury Street. It was in the late 50s, early 60s. I was born with parents that were deaf. My mother was deaf, my father was deaf, my uncle was deaf, everybody was deaf. I found myself at the age of 13 smart enough to know that I was fucked. I couldn't read and write. I was in the 8th grade going into high school. Bear with me. Going into high school. I got into a fight in the 8th grade. The school teacher tried to break the fight up. I pushed her, her elbow went into this fish tank. She cut her arm, blood, fish, water all over the place. I run out of the classroom. That was the last time I seen school. I was 13. I ran the streets. For years I ran the streets. What I learned in the streets, you can't learn in any school. Learn how to survive. It was about survival. It wasn't about being a punk. It was learning about survival. While I was running the streets, I was being chased by a cop, which is a troop officer. I dodged him. He couldn't catch me. Went out for years. Went out for about 2 years. I go in one building and come out another building. I go into the roof. I knew the neighborhood. It was my territory. He couldn't catch me. So now I'm making money in the streets. I'm 15 years old. I'm all dressed up. Suit, Panama hat. I look like James Cagney from White Heat. I wasn't 15, I was 20. Grew up real fast. Sorry, it's the first time I'm telling a story in public. I grew up real fast. One day, I'm walking out of my building, all dressed up. I usually went up Elizabeth Street to get coffee. I don't know what I did. I went up Mott Street. I usually go to stores where I had to run out the back. Because this troop officer couldn't catch me. In certain stores, I had a plan. I don't know why, but that day I went up Mott Street. I went to get a cup of coffee. I went into the store that had no back way. I was cocky. I was 15, going on 16. I turn around and walk out. This guy, the truth officer, all these years, he's standing in front of the door. Puts me in handcuffs, takes me up to 23rd Street. I go in front of the judge, sends him away. Throws me in a car, takes me to the Bronx, a school called Spofford. It was a reform school. There was no fucking such thing as reform, and there was no fucking school. It was a jail. Jail. Outright jail. I'm in there for about a month. My mother pleads with the judge. She goes to the court, she tells him, I can't live without him. I need my son to talk for me, and blah, blah, blah. They let me out of jail. When I get out of jail, I'll go back to the neighborhood. My uncles are waiting for me. They tell me, you gotta get a job down in the fish market, which is now a South Street seaport. They thought they did something good, but they did a terrible thing. This job was the worst job in the world. I swear to God. It was dark, it was at night, it was wet, it smelled like fish. I'm 15 years old. I'm carrying a hook that was bigger than me. Another dolly that was 10 times my size. Now I'm pushing this air truck, fish all over it. I'm pushing the air truck and I'm cursing God. I curse God every which way you could dream of. Figure maybe strike me in the fuck dead. Because working down here, I was better off being dead. That's how terrible it was. I left. I go back to my neighborhood. And I bump into this guy named Frankie. We called him Chico because he looked like a Puerto Rican. His dark skin. So we called him Chico. He took me under his wing. He was a couple of years older than I was. He was opening up a nightclub, which was a social club, but it was really a nightclub. There was drinking, smoking, you name it, that was going on. So he took me under his wing, he taught me the business. I loved it. I was with him for about a year. He decides to move on. He moves out and he tells me, I'm giving the club to you. I said, really? He said, yeah, he gives me the club. Beautiful guy. Now there's a jukebox down there, music. It was a beautiful place. It was nice. The owners of the jukebox find out that Chico's leaving. They take the jukebox. I can't run a nightclub without music. It's impossible, right? So my friend Vinny, whose father was a wise guy, they owned jukeboxes. Back then, a lot of wise guys owned jukeboxes. So I figured maybe he was going to give me one. He said, no, Dom. He says, I got an idea for you. I says, what? He says, why don't you rob one? I said, rob one? I'll rob one in the neighborhood. In 10 minutes, I'll be dead. They'll kill me. So he says, no. You don't rob it in the neighborhood. You rob it out of the neighborhood. I said, where are we going to go? He said, my uncle stops at this bar. I'm standing in the bar. He goes, it's a Puerto Rican bar. Right? He says, I'll get you there's a service number. I'll get you the service number. I'll give you the check. There was this dolly that picked up only jukeboxes. It was professional. I said, okay, now we're going to rob the jukebox. I get in touch with my friend Sally, Crazy Sally, my friend Bobby. I told him, tomorrow, meet me at the club, come with work clothes. He said, what are we going to do? I said, I'm going to rob a jukebox. My friend Sally was happy. I was scared. He said, no. He was crazy. All right, we're going up, I call the guy up and I says, this is global. I'm going to send my men over. We're going to change the records. And he said, oh, great. Now we got the hand truck. We're walking up Spring Street. We go to the bar. Now, the bar was a borderline. What's her name said? The Puerto Ricans didn't come past the bar, and we didn't go past there. We got caught in that neighborhood. They killed us. We got caught. Now that's the way it was. Now we're going into the Puerto Rican neighborhood. With going up the bar with the dolly. We come to the bar. We walk in the back. There's the jukebox. A couple of Puerto Ricans at the bar drinking. So as soon as we walk into the place, he says, oh, I'm glad to see you. He says, you're going to change the records. I said, no, I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to take the old jukebox out. I'm going to bring you a brand new one with brand new records. He says, oh, terrific. Right? So now I'm in the place. We're strapping. Bobby's running around. Sal's running around. We're strapping this big thing. Right? We're carrying it out. We're walking out the place. We get to the door. He says, oh. I said, oh, fuck. I turn around. I says, what? He said, where's your truck? I said, I'm not the whole street up. I said, if I get another ticket, I lose my job. Yeah, I said, it's on the bar. I said, we'll be back in 15 minutes. He says, okay. Boom. I knew I had it made. We get the hand truck now. We're running up the bar. We bring it down to Spring Street. Bring it down my club. Boom. Now I got a jukebox. I'm in business. The place is packed. I got a following. Well-liked. I have to brag a little. I was well-liked. Running the streets for 2 years and got a lot of friends. The place was packed. One night, I get a couple of visitors. They come down. They were in their 30s, dressed up. They look like wise guys, right? Now I'm making a lot of money. The word's in the neighborhood. I'm making a lot of money. I'm making hundreds of dollars. I got to remember, this is the 50s and 60s. A pack of cigarettes was 30 cents. My stepfather was making $45 a week. The cop's salary was $5,000 a year. I was making $300 a week. Right? The word gets out. 15 to 16 years old. Now the wise guys want to take it over. They come down. They come down. I see them walking in the club. The club is packed. Somebody points to me. I know they're coming over to me. They walk over to me. They tell me, "Give me you, Dominick?" I says, "Yeah. Give me the key." I said, "What key?" "The key to the club. I'm taking it over." I looked him in the face. I said, "Fuck you." What happened after that is a whole nother story. That's my little story.